Okay, we want to take you live now to Anthony Furey, mayoral candidate, who is speaking this morning. Let's listen in.
Toronto taxpayers and Toronto residents are getting their hard-earned dollars spent on their key priorities. Now, there's a number of ways I'm going to do this. Number one, we are going to do an audit of the full books. Take a look at everything that's going on, because right now, you actually can't, as taxpayers, as citizens, go onto the City of Toronto website and see how your money's being spent. They don't offer the details. It's not even available to the candidates running for mayor. So we got to take a serious look at the books, move away from pet projects and move more towards those core services that you rely on and that you expect. Because everyone's saying these days that the very basics are not being done anymore. Now, the other big thing that I will do as Mayor of Toronto is bring in a non-core services hiring freeze. So what that means is when it comes to police officers, people filling the potholes, garbage collectors, I think we need more of those. And you know, I've announced as mayor that I'm going to hire 500 more police officers. However, we need to put a freeze to the bureaucracy at City Hall because it has ballooned in recent years. And I think folks would be shocked to learn the number of people on the Sunshine List. Over a third of the senior staff and the general staff at City Hall, they are making over $100,000 a year for doing things that are not what we would consider core services. So nobody wants to see public servants get the axe, and everybody working at City Hall, they are paying the bills. They have families to support, so we're not going to be out there firing people. But what we are going to do is say a freeze to new positions, and we're going to let attrition do its thing. So every year there are many people retiring, leaving their positions, and we're not going to instantly refill those. So we're going to find many millions of dollars of savings in that way, and that'll allow us to invest more in the core services, the police officers, fixing the potholes, the garbage collectors. Now, there are a number of other things we can actually do to make sure folks are getting value for money at City Hall. One of the things I want to do is talk with the Greater Toronto Airport Authority to see about us recouping some fees there, to renegotiate that relationship. Because I know it's called the Toronto Airport Authority, but as everyone knows, it's actually out of city limits a bit. One other important thing, too, is for City Hall to get a rebate on the federal carbon tax. So regular families, taxpayers, you're getting that individually, but City Hall is spending many millions of dollars on Mr. Trudeau's carbon tax via all the fuel expenses we have, all the vehicles we have operating at City Hall, and we should be getting that rebate back, because as taxpayers, you're actually kind of being double carbon tax here. First of all, through your own expenses, then how your taxpayer dollars go to spending things at City Hall. So my commitment as the next Mayor of Toronto to the hardworking taxpayers here at City Hall is we're going to do that value for audit, the value for money audit. We are going to do the non-core services hiring freeze to find many millions of dollars of efficiencies, and I'm going to do that before I start talking about increasing your taxes. We got to have respect for taxpayers again, and you got the other candidates running for mayor who are talking about road tolls. I'm not doing that. They're talking about a municipal sales tax, if you can believe it or not. I'm not doing that either. Before we even begin to think about new taxes, we've got to make sure that every single dollar that we are spending is well spent and bring back that respect for taxpayers. You can learn more at www.furey.ca. Toronto is a beautiful city. I love it. It's a city worth fighting for, and I'm doing it for my 3 small children, for my family, for your families. Have a great day, Toronto.